Olivia Wilde has been tied to a lot of projects since breaking out with Booksmart, and it appears that Don't Worry, Darling, it really is her next project. They've gone through casting notices now, and now they're doing a casting replacement. So, yeah, let's look at the new addition to the project and what it says about what the project might feel like or look like. So she added Harry Styles.
Yep. No, so Harry Styles is replacing Shia LaBeouf, who is actually also getting good reviews right now for Pieces of a Woman. So my first takeaway is it's a very different energy to bring to a movie with pop star Harry Styles replacing, sort of complicated Shia LaBeouf. So that's my first takeaway. But I think the interesting thing for me about this project is the script itself was subject to a huge bidding war. It was one of the biggest spec scripts in Hollywood last year. So for me, my interest in the film is Olivia Wilde's pivoting from a comedy with Booksmart to what's described as a psychological thriller set in the 1950s and centering around a housewife. So that's a very different kind of film to make, but one that'll be interesting to see come together for sure.
Yeah, I believe the idea is that Harry Styles' character is the better half of the protagonist, which is, I believe, Florence Pugh's. She's the protagonist of this film. So definitely, I think when I think of the 50s, I think of tough, rugged men. Here, I'm thinking of Styles reminds me a little bit of Timothy Chalamet, a little bit, just like his physicality. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what that package looks like and how that symmetry exists between those two characters.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's a good point. I could see Styles being like sort of a Mad Men-y 1950s kind of guy quite easily. And yeah, I mean, they're planning to shoot this fall. So, I mean, as we're talking about all these films that are gearing up, it is kind of nice that in the midst of all this chaos, we have these films that are still really working hard to get shooting. So that's pretty cool. So hopefully, by this time next year, we'll be talking about its TIFF premiere.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the pieces are still falling into place. And so, this is a project that I think we have one or two lines to go on. So we actually don't know what Harry Styles' character is going to be, but we can take a guess or gather. I'm Eric Lavallée. I'm editor-in-chief and site owner for IONCINEMA.com, and this is
Kevin Jagernauth, contributing writer for the playlist.
And together we are IndieSponge.